Hello, it's Elisa here. So I haven't made the videos for a while, but yeah, today I looked through my Tumblr questions and I need to start answering them. And thank you for posting your questions. I always I want to answer them, but just past 2 weeks have been busy as I moved back to Estonia and all that. But anyway, I looked through the Tumblr questions and many people have a problem with overeating or the extreme hunger in recovery, and they don't know how to deal with it, like physically, mentally, or when it's gonna pass, or just some tips to get through the period of extreme hunger in recovery. And I just want to give you yeah, just my thoughts or encouragement for the extreme hunger period in recovery. So anyway, yeah, I just tried to talk as I would talk with you as a friend, so I hope I won't forget anything because I haven't prepared this question, but I just want to be like genuine and give you some feedback based on my own experience and what I've learned. Yeah, as you know, maybe I come from bulimia, so in my eating disorder I was already overeating, and when I started my recovery I didn't know about the extreme hunger or that binging is not binging in recovery, and actually there is such thing as extreme hunger. Sorry, there is like cars going by, so maybe I will close the window. Anyway, I didn't know that there is such thing as extreme hunger, and yeah, at first half a year or so I didn't know it, and I tried to eat intuitively and not overeat as much as I could. And I knew that overeating is not normal, binging is not normal, and yes, it's not normal, like normal eaters don't overeat or binge eat. Like they can sometimes overeat, but it's not in a form of, it's not a big problem, and it's not like binging, if that makes sense. So yeah, I tried to eat intuitively the best I could, but somehow I still ended up like overeating and binging. And only later part in my recovery I learned that this is extreme hunger and it's completely normal. But but to make sure the extreme hunger period can pass, there is some crucial steps you have to take. Because for example, like in my recovery, sometimes I will be so freaked out about the bloating and water retention, and I thought that I have to somehow control my weight or to maintain my weight or whatever. And a couple of times I did intermittent fasting because I thought that if I eat enough calories throughout the day, like 2,500 or whatever, which I was eating, then there is no problem if I stop eating after 6 p.m. To let my body digest and just to help my body to recover, or just to not gain any more like unnecessary weight or whatever. So I did some like intermittent fasting, like not eating past 6, but because I was eating so much food throughout the day, I thought it's not a problem, it's not a restriction, like I'm not restricting. But yeah, seriously, I was restricting because I went to bed hungry, like my stomach was grumbling, and it's not good. Like for your recovery, your body needs a constant energy coming into your body, like food. Your body needs a regular eating and regular food coming into your body. Not restricting, for example, throughout the day, what some people do even in recovery, and in the nighttime they give in to their extreme hunger, and then they wonder like why my extreme hunger is not getting better, even though I eat so much food at nighttime, or even though I eat 2,500 or 3,000 calories altogether. But yeah, your body needs regular eating, like eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then snack between the meals. Of course, it doesn't have to be so strict, or don't make it like another rule to follow. Like some days you can have like 6 meals, sometimes like 3, so it's all good. But the basic thing is that don't leave all your calories to the nighttime. Like you have to eat food during the day as well, so extreme hunger can pass. Or what I did, I ate as much as I wanted throughout the day, and then at night time I was like, my body doesn't need to eat so late, and I need to do it to help my digestion, and it's not good to go to bed hungry. But yeah, so I understand, I hope you understand what I mean, like about regular eating to help the extreme hunger process. And yes, the extreme hunger is normal. I have to repeat it so many times because sometimes people just need to be reassured that they are not abnormal and extreme hunger is normal, it will pass. Yeah, so another thing is that you have to stop all compensation. And one compensation we already talked about is like skipping meals or not eating some part of the day and then having this like extreme hunger in another part of the day. So skipping meals and also exercising. I have done many videos on exercising, and yeah, and if you're recovering, then maybe for some rare individuals exercising is not part of the restriction. I don't know, it's not like a problem or whatever, but since I don't know you personally, and I will say that it's 100% safe if you don't exercise in recovery, and yeah, it's way better to not exercise in recovery than to keep on exercising and risk that your recovery will be endless and you will stay in semi-recovery forever. Yeah, in all cases, like I don't recommend exercising in recovery. Yeah, maybe only like so slow walking to get some fresh air, and maybe some slow stretching like 10 minutes or slow yoga or stuff like that, and maybe you need to go to school or do your work, or just general daily activities are okay in most cases. But yeah, like skip exercising like gym, running, speed walking, I don't know, crunches, like whatever type of like exercising is best to skip in recovery, because it's another form of like calorie compensation, and it will prolong your recovery physically and also mentally. You will have the mindset that you need to exercise to maintain your weight. And I'm so happy that I stopped exercising in my recovery, because also mentally I am now free from the fear that my weight is maintained because of exercise. And I saw on my body that actually nothing bad happened to my body. I'm still at the same weight as I was before when I was exercising so much and like every day consistently for many years, and now my weight is totally same, if not lower. Plus I don't have the bloating, the extreme hunger, the water retention, and digestive issues that I had in my recovery. So I feel completely normal even without any planned exercise. Just do my daily activities and or just do some fun activities with my friends. Yeah, so this is another thing that you must stop doing, like any form of calorie compensation to help the extreme hunger process to pass in recovery. And I just have to think like, what are the other things that can help? And I think a lot of I talk about it a lot with my coaching clients, and they have extreme hunger. And the other thing is that if you respond to your extreme hunger like physically, you physically allow yourself to have extreme hunger, you eat how much you want, you eat all these different kind of foods, and like you give like the physically complete freedom to eat, like unconditional permission to eat when you have extreme hunger. But the thing is that some people do not give themselves the mental unconditional permission to eat, and this is very crucial. Like for your extreme hunger to pass, you need to give yourself physical and mental freedom to eat. And what I mean is that, for For example, some people give themselves only the physical permission to eat, but mentally they are like freaking out. They think, no, this is just binging, this is me being greedy, this needs to stop as soon as possible, I need to control myself. I may eat this cake right now, but later I have to do exercise, I have to somehow undo the calories, and this is not normal, like I'm just binging and this is just an eating disorder. Like, oh my god, like mentally they don't give themselves like the unconditional permission to eat. And that's why their body and their hormones, everything is a constant state of stress. And I think like physically your body can feel that food is not abundant, like we are gonna be restricting soon again, so the extreme hunger cannot pass. Yeah, this is just my theory, because in my recovery I had this same mindset, but then I changed it and I understood that I have to support my body's recovery also mentally. And the best approach for extreme hunger is that first you have to understand that extreme hunger is normal and it's not just binging. Like, you have to understand the biological reason of having this big hunger, and actually there is nothing wrong with it. This is just your body doing its job. Like, your body is not working against you. Your body is a very intelligent like organ, and your body sends you to have this type of hunger because of your restrictive past, because of eating disorder, dieting, over-exercising, purging, skipping meals, restricting calories, restricting foods. So this is very logical to have this big hunger now in recovery. And you have to support yourself like mentally, be there for yourself, be your own best friend who will say that this is normal, don't worry, I love you, no matter like what happens to your weight or whatever, I'm still gonna love you, because the eating disorder is a way worse place to be. And extreme hunger is normal, and this will pass as long as we don't compensate, and as long as we help yourself like mentally to get over this process by being positive and supportive, and not just thinking this is abnormal, this is binging, I am greedy or whatever. So I hope this makes sense, and I think this mental like positive supportive approach can also help you like mentally in the extreme hunger period. And the other thing is that extreme hunger will stay in different length of like for different people. And for me, as in the first part of my recovery, I was still exercising, I did this intermittent fasting and all that, and I didn't even know that I am experiencing extreme hunger and I should stop like all kinds of compensation. So for me, my extreme hunger lasted for about like half a year, and then until like I would say maybe like 8 months, when I finally felt that I think I don't have this extreme hunger anymore, and maybe I just had some overeating from time to time, but my hunger started to reduce back to normal. But yeah, I had this extreme hunger for such a long period of time, even in my recovery, because I was still compensating, exercising and all that. So for you to make the extreme hunger process to pass the quickest is to like do all the things I already mentioned in this video from day one, or whatever you are right now. Like, start doing these things from day one, or stop doing the unnecessary things from now on, and it will help the extreme hunger process. And yeah, some people can have extreme hunger every day in recovery, some can have it once a week, for some it's just sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there, and there's like all kind of different combinations, and all is normal. Like, for every person, extreme hunger will be different, it will come in different time, in different lengths of time. Yeah. So yeah. And yeah, another thing is that as I come from orthorexia, I know how important it is to eat what you crave in recovery, and don't replace what you crave with some healthier option, because it can screw you up like mentally, and it can still be a form of restriction. And yeah, so eat what you crave. If you crave, for example, I don't know, ice cream, then don't replace it with a healthier like smoothie or something. If you crave the ice cream, go and eat ice cream. And yeah, basically like eat what you crave and don't replace it with something more healthier option or whatever. And yes, it can create a lot of fear for you, because these are your fear foods. And to get over this fear and to be a normal eater, you have to eat those foods, and this will lead to like full physical and mental recovery. Yeah, and I have talked about it in my some last videos. I'm sure that some people are afraid that if they allow themselves to have the unhealthy foods, when they have extreme hunger, when they feel they eat those unhealthy foods in such a large volume, then they think that this can't be healthy for my body. But the thing is that I can talk from my own experience that I was also afraid of the same thing. But to take this thing into perspective is that thanks to eating what I craved, even the processed food or junk foods or whatever in my recovery, yes, even when I had extreme hunger, thanks to that, now all my cravings are gone, and it's very balanced. And I eat the balanced way because I don't have any excessive cravings. But if I would have kept restricting those foods, I would still binge on them. And for your body, it's never healthy to have eating disorder. Even when you are a normal eater and from time to time you eat like unhealthy foods or junk foods or whatever, it's still way better for your body to have eating disorder. And this is what I believe. And yeah, now my eating is so like in balance. I am not addicted to any junk foods or sugar or whatever, and all my fears have faded away, and I don't have extreme hunger or binging. I never binge or feel I want to overeat or just like binge anymore. It just don't happen because all my cravings are satisfied. Yeah, and I'm recovered. So this is what I wanted to make this video about. I'm sure there is so many different aspects of extreme hunger and binging and overeating I could talk about, but just to make it very short and clear, and you can always ask questions either down or below this video or post them on my Tumblr. And yeah, so thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!